So for some of you guys who watch my videos and channel a lot, you might find this repetitive, but if you do, just do a quick like and maybe a little comment that might help the video get watch time. I'm finding that the title, that the time that I upload it, so if I go and change the title, it doesn't seem to get as much, is easily found on the search. And so I'm making a few series of new videos on this subject, trying to get different titles so that they'll get watch time. Like the last one I did only got 500 views, and it really, this is good information. And a lot of people that have tried, maybe you've used some of these products and tried them, you'll find that this is very useful information. And I found that even some of my guys who are painters didn't find those videos. And so anyway, so I thought I'd just make some new videos on this real quick on body filler. I'm going to call this Bondo, but it's really body filler. Bondo is just a brand, and Bondo is probably one of the worst brands out there, in my opinion. It's available everywhere. It does work, but if there's any stress on the panel, it's probably going to crack. It's not bad, for some repairs, but as far as if you want something to last, or you're doing a show car or something like that, you might want to buy a little bit better product. And there's also, that's not here, there's Evercoat has Rage. They have a 3M product, and I forget the name of it. It's like a premium body filler or something like that. It's about $75 a gallon. That one works really well too. But we're going to talk about really the best ones that work, that are less expensive, because not all of us, want to spend $75 a gallon for filler. So I'm going to talk about the properties on each one of these cans, what they do better than others. Okay, the baseline product is ZGrip. A lot of guys use ZGrip, and I'm going to encourage you guys, if you use ZGrip right now, your next can, buy this product. You're going to find that this is much better. It fills better, it sands better, it less pinholes, it just goes on better, and it's about the same price. I actually stumbled onto this product from a customer, or not a customer, but a friend of mine actually gave it to me. And he goes, "Hey, here's this filler." And I go, "Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm not, a lot of USC, they're cheaper stuff, I didn't really like that much. I just thought they were kind of a sideline company, and Evercoat was like the main, runner. But then when I tried this stuff, I was like, wow, this stuff works really well, and it's very inexpensive. So, and then I also got this stuff, which is the matching glaze for that, which sands super easy and fast. It's called USC Pro Glaze. So that's pretty much what I'm going to use from this point on, unless I find something new that works. And I'll probably grab something every once in a while to try it, just to see. Makes good video material. So anyway, ZGrip. ZGrip is actually a much better filler than your baseline fillers, the like Bondo, and ones that are compatible to that. That Evercoat has one, a really cheap one. I forget, I don't know if I have any cans of that laying around. I don't think I do. I probably tossed them all. They actually, have a baseline product too, and it just kind of like lightweight filler, I think it says on it. And this stuff sands quite a bit better and shapes a lot better, and sands with finer paper. Now, when you get to better fillers, they sand better with finer paper. Some guys say, well, if I get the cheap filler, then I just add honey, it'll be the same as these, and that's not true, guys. If you think that, then you need to try some of these fillers and try what I'm saying, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I see. Honey seems to, it doesn't seem to me to make it makes it flow better, but as far as the sandability, you don't get the sandability because the grains inside these things are finer. So I think that's what makes them sand better. I'm not sure, but anyway, so ZGrip is actually a really nice alternative. if you're, in a pinch, can't get it USC AG47, ZGrip does sand faster and better. Sorry about the can. I don't know what happened there. I forget. I think the lift fell down on it, came down on it, and that kind of ruined it. But the other one that's above that is their Evercoat Gold. And Evercoat Gold, I mean, the thing that's better about it is it sands with a finer paper better than ZGrip. ZGrip, it sands a little bit faster with 150 than ZGrip does. Other than that, I didn't see that much difference. I mean, I did see definitely a difference, and if you're going to work that, then it does work a little bit better. But it's similar. It has similar properties. Now, on the specs on these two, they actually don't spec to go over, according to their website and their data sheets. They do not spec to go over primer. They don't spec to go over painted surfaces. So I've seen a lot of guys use it, and they're putting it over paint, sanded paint, and that is not recommended on their spec sheets. It might be on the can as far as the ZGrip goes, but it's really not specified on their website, on their things, from what I could tell. Both of these, but they probably will work over epoxy primer. But I'm not going to say that they do, because that's contradictory to what their actual data sheets show. Now, the USC AG47 actually specs to go over E-coats, sanded original paint, wood, high stress surfaces, and it specs to go over. So if you have a vibrating panel, it's more than likely not going to crack. I've actually tested this on a plastic bumper, which is not recommended to go on a plastic bumper. I actually tested it on a plastic bumper on my daughter's car, and she actually ran into something right next to the repair where I did it. And, there's a big scratch in her bumper already. And, within about this far from the repair, and it didn't crack. So it's not really spec to go over flexible surfaces, but if it was any other filler, I can tell you right now that it would have cracked, from my experience. And maybe if it was Bondo, it probably would have fell off. A big piece would have fell off, because it wouldn't have adhered very well. So this stuff actually has the best adhesion that I've ever seen for an inexpensive product. This is like when I bought this, I think it was $28. I've seen it down to about $25 if you're on a special pricing program. And as far as sanding, it sands like really fast. The only one I've used that sands faster is this Auto Art. This is not in the right can. Auto Art makes their own filler. It's called GyroFill. And this is the spec on it. It actually sands faster than this stuff. And it's more like Rage, which is again like $50 a gallon. This is like another $30 product. So it works really well for the price, but it's only spec to go over bare metal. And you're talking about a very slight difference in sanding speed. All of these can be sanded with 150. The Gold sands a lot better with 150, and so you always cut it with a heavier grit, 80 or even 40. Some of us just hit it real quick with 40, hit it with 80, and then go through it, just real fast. Knock off the heavy stuff with 40, hit it with 80 a little bit, and then just go right to 150, or some guys use 180. And with all those, you could even sand these with 220. These two with 220, it'll sand down just like glazing. So, in a lot of times, you can actually forego glazing with this product and this product here too. With this one, sometimes you get a pinhole or two every once in a while, and it's still a pretty good product. But if you're doing smaller stuff, they have this, and there's also U-Pole has a really good one. I don't have any of it because I got tons of this stuff right now. But I want to try that product. I've heard it works really well and it sands really easy and it's flexible, so it has the same similar properties to these. But this is like 15 bucks or something like that for this size thing, 30 ounces. So it's pretty inexpensive, and it actually has really good adhesion and really good sanding, really fast sanding. It actually sands just a little, it sands very similar to this product here. So it's a little bit faster sanding than the USC AG47. So for just glazing smaller stuff, it might be the way to go as far as that goes. You could actually glaze with your USC AG47 probably, and you wouldn't have any issues with your bodywork looking good. You know, just depends on how, you know, it's really not that hard. It's really easy to spread. I'd say this one spreads a little bit smoother, a little bit creamier as far as finish goes, and also the glaze definitely, it goes a little bit smoother. So you might glaze your last coat with that. You know, if you want to match up to, you get the USC Pro Glaze and the USC AG47, and you probably won't need anything else. That'll probably take care of all your needs. But anyway, those are some of the products out there. I do like this auto art. This stuff I really do like. If I was doing, let's say, a lot of bare metal fills and I had a whole car where I was doing like a lot of bare metal fill, I think I would buy a gallon of that, and I would just do all my bare metal fills with that first, and then I would go to you know, then I would epoxy prime, and then I would go over, or whatever you're going to use, epoxy prime, or I like that one that's kind of a hybrid from PCL. It's a epoxy prime and oh god, what's it called? You don't want your one that's just a sealer. You want it to be epoxy prime sealer and what's it called? Surfacer. So you need to be surfacer and sealer. That one actually works pretty good for both, but it's a little harder to sand than your regular surfacers are. So, but it's a lot faster. You know, it's kind of a shortcut between the two, and it works really well. It does seal really well too. So, but if you're going to do that, then this would be the way to go for the first filler. You know, and then you could, you know, this will go over epoxy primer. It'll stick, no problem. As far as the specs go, it meets all the specs to do that, and it actually could be almost used as a glazing. I mean, it's that good. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Even if you've seen this stuff before, this has a new title, and I'm hoping that it will be found easier in the search for people who are looking for, you know, I'm going to put in Bondo on the search, and because I realized I don't have anything that says Bondo, and it seems like people are looking for Bondo, not looking for filler. So, and if I change the name on my other ones to filler, to Bondo, they really won't get the watch hours. It has to be on the title at the time when I upload it in order to get the views. All right, talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.